as a business, you have to have a big idea that goes beyond what you're doing. It's like your internal why. It's like outside of yourself, why are you doing this? Of course, you're doing it for fame, fortune, prestige, money, all those external trappings of success, right? I mean, you got to eat. Like, don't get me wrong. You want to make money. I'm 100% into capitalism. But the thing that hooks people in to what you do is this idea that it is bigger than you and your company. Like a lot of times, tech companies, particularly, will always focus on the technology and it makes it better, faster, cheaper, blah, 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 blah. Like I don't care. Like I really don't care. No one, everyone says that. Why are you unique? What's the big idea? How are you going to change the world? And so, as an example, I as part of this, what I do for a living, JSY PR and marketing, we help companies tell better stories so they can get above the noise, right? And get their word out, that get what they do out, because the company, the organization that tells the best story, quote unquote, wins.
Yeah.
In this methodology, it's called the story funnel. And it's kind of the process that we used to tell a better story at a company called Sutro. It's mysutro.com. And mysutro.com is a robot that tests the water in your pool or spa. So imagine if you own a pool or spa. I don't know if you do or not, but testing the water is probably the worst part of owning a pool or a spa, because it's this random chemistry experiment in your backyard that if you screw up, people get hurt, whatever. And it's a highly hardcore tech, Internet of Things, it's a really complicated robot. I mean, imagine a Roomba, like if you know what a Roomba is, that vacuums your room.
Yep.
Roomba robot. Imagine that for your pool, but it tests your water, right? And so Ravi, who's the CEO, and I, he hired me to help him tell a better story about, well, what is Sutro? What does it mean? Like, and what's interesting is that the first iterations of this was all about the tech. It's a robot. It's this accurate. It does it 24/7. Blah, all these great features. But okay, there's other things that do that. What's it really? Like, what's the emotion? What's the core emotion when you own a pool? And I can tell you that people love and hate their pool, because if you're a DIYer, if you're someone that like maintains their pool by themselves, that the hardest part is getting the chemistry of your pool right. So you sort of have this love-hate relationship with your pool. And so we thought about it and we're like, well, what are we really trying to do? Like, what is Sutro all about? It's the technology's cool. Okay, great. But what's it really about? It's really not a gadget. Like this gadget idea is like, I buy a gadget. Well, it's really not a gadget. We're really more like an ecosystem. We want to help you make your pool better so your family and friends can enjoy it. So you'll kind of look like the hero, right? Like, who's the hero of the story? Typically, pool owner, you own a pool. Typically, it's the man who maintains it. It's kind of the backyard domain, right? This is just a common thing. Like 80% of our customers are men, or of Sutro's customers are men. So we said, well, what is it? What captures that? What would we want people to feel? Well, one, we want to have them feel relieved that they're not screwing their pool up. But then we want to know that we have your back, right? Like if something goes wrong, Sutro's there for you. And so we came up with the tag, love your pool or spa again.